Welcome back to the course on Articulate Storyline 360, and the concept that we are about to learn today is playing around with object states. Now it's pretty important to understand here that different objects have different states, and we can go around and edit those states or maybe attach new states to an object. Now we are following this from our last tutorial on objects. If you haven't watched that, please do watch that before you come to this tutorial. So let's go ahead and duplicate this slide. So we do click on the slide, select this, Control C, Control V. So basically a new slide comes. I can title this object states. And if you are bored of watching Brandon, let's go ahead and delete that by selecting, and let's put in a new character, and this time Lily. So I will just insert Lily, and there you go. I click on crop, I select till here, and then I drag it. I just click somewhere out of the frame, and that's it. Lily comes. So well, we have a character here. We have like this next, and this next is basically a shape. So we'll just write next shape, and this here make him smile is a button. So okay, so it's a button. Why I'm saying this is because a button object will have its own default states. A shape will not have its default states. A character will have certain default states. Not all characters have though, but most of them do. Well, it's important for us to understand now here like how to play around with those states, and maybe in case they don't have states, how we can attach states to different shapes. So let's first understand the default states that a button object has. Now this here like make him, it's actually make her now. Well, we can change around, you can play around with the text. So I click on this object and I click on states. I can switch between timeline to see what all objects are a part of my timeline in this slide, and I can also click on a certain object and then click on states to know what are the states that the object has. Now what does state means? Like just imagine your smiling state, your disappointed state. Likewise, anytime you see a button, like what are the different things that you think is possible with a button? You can move over it, we refer to that as hover. You can click on it, we tell that as visited. So if something you can click, we refer to that as being disabled. So these are the different states that a button has. Now you see that all this is already there by default, but say I decide, I select like, this shape, I see I don't have those states with me. I mean, so it's great that we already have some default states in button, which makes it very important to understand that we should be using more of this, because in case we want to add interactivity or animations, it's really helpful having states. So well, now one sad thing here is all of them have the same design as the original normal thing. So the way it would appear anytime we hover, it would appear the same way. So we want to edit this, right? We want to edit the states. Now we want to go to hover and we want to kind of have a different effect to it, maybe a different color to it. I am being hovered upon. So being hovered upon, or simply write hover. So this is for hover. Say disabled, no, say visited, I write visited, and say give it a different fill, maybe this time red or something. So well, I mean, this is like the visited state and this is the hover state. Let's see if that works. So before we do that, we need to click on done. If you don't click on done editing states, well, all your efforts have gone waste. Now, how do I get to see that I hover, nothing happens? It's because I'm not previewing this real time. I need to click on preview, and when I preview, if I preview, it will show me slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, slide 4, everything. I just want to see this particular slide. So I don't want to preview the whole scene, just want to preview this slide. And now let me click or just hover over this, and you see as I hover, it changes into blue color. Why does this disappear? Why does this disappear of the scene, of the canvas? Because in the timeline, you see the button is only for a span of 3 seconds. So let me take it to 5 seconds and then let me again preview this particular slide. Okay, and there you go, hover, and I click on this and you see it shows visited. So I have edited the state of the button. So we can edit button states. Now, we have understood that, we have also seen that this shape does not have any state as such. We can attach states, we have heard that. So we will go about learning how to do that in upcoming sessions. And as far as this lady out here is concerned, Lily, in the timeline, she is there for a period of 5 seconds or maybe 5.5 seconds. I want to see her smile, so she should have a state like that, right? So I click on state for Lily, I see there is nothing. So I click on edit state and there is something called as add new state, right? I click on that and I see there's so many things. There's a happy state as well. I click on that and you will see like I get a happy Lily out here. And likewise, I can attach a sad, this, that, 100 other things. Just so that you know, I have to click on done editing states. That's important. Just so that you know that we can attach button triggers to character states. I will just go ahead and do this, but we will be looking into this in great detail. I click on this make a smile button out here. I click on this attach a new trigger. And what I do is I don't click the action jump to slide, but I want change state of whom. I want change state of Lily. So my character 1 and I want, so if you see in the timeline, she is basically character 1. I have not named her Lily. So that's why I say it's very important naming your characters. And I want to make her happy because that's something that I have. And this is referred to as button. So make her smile. This object is the button object. So I click on OK. So I just go and this has been done. So I will kind of just show you the slide. So this is the button and this is the character 1 Lily. So change Lily to happy when the user clicks make a smile button. So okay, so let me try and see if this works. So I click on make her smile and she is smiling. So great. So this is how you can attach triggers and add interactivity to your slides. Well, this was not the purpose of a tutorial. I just wanted to demonstrate on what are different object states and how you can play around and edit those states if required. So in upcoming tutorials we'll be learning more of such storyline concepts, so stay tuned.